Hey guys, science. How's everybody doing? Okay, I think for a while I've been speaking about to a lot of my friends and family about the power and the science of prayer. I've experienced firsthand that the power of prayer. A lot of scientists, all my scientific friends that I speak to, are always a bit skeptical about it. But prayer is extremely powerful, and there's a lot of science behind why it's so powerful. And I've shared some of this before, but I won't be sharing that in this video. I want you guys to check out this video by Andrew Huberman about the power of prayer and his experience on prayer, and that he's got into it quite recently. So check this video out.
Prayer piece, yeah, I think I've been reluctant to talk about until now because I don't believe in pushing religion on people, and I think that, and I'm not. It's a highly individual thing, and I do believe that one can be an atheist and still pray, or agnostic and still pray. But for me, it really came about through understanding that there are certain aspects of myself that I just couldn't resolve on my own. And no matter how much therapy, no matter how much, and I haven't done a lot of it, but no matter how much plant medicine or other forms of medicine or exercise or podcasting or science or friendship or any of that, I was just not going to resolve. And so I started this because someone close to me said, a male friend said, prayer is powerful. And I said, well, how? And I said, I don't know how, but if you can it can allow you to get outside yourself, let you give up control and at the same time take control. I don't even like saying take control, but the whole notion is that, and again, forgive me, but there's no other way to say it. The whole notion is that, like God works through us, whatever God is to you. He, him, her, whatever, life force, nature, whatever it is to you, right? That it works through us. And so I do a prayer. I'll just describe it where I ask, I make an ask to help remove my defects, my character defects. I pray to God to help remove my character defects so that I can show up better in all the roles of my life and do good work, which for me is learning and teaching. And so you might say, well, how is that different than a meditation? Well, I'm acknowledging that there is something that bigger than me, bigger than nature, as I understand it, that I cannot understand or control, nor do I want to. And I'm just giving over to that. Mm-hmm. And does that make me less of a scientist? I sure as hell hope not. I certainly know there's the head of our neurosciences at Stanford until recently. You should talk to him directly about it. Bill Newsom has talked about his religious life. For me, it's really a way of getting outside myself and then understanding how I fit into this bigger picture. And the character defects part is real, right? I'm a human. I have defects. I got a lot of flaws in me, like anybody, but, and trying to acknowledge them and asking for help in removing them, not magically, but through my right action. So I do that every morning. And I have to say that it's helped. It's helped a lot. It's helped me be better to myself, be better to other people. I still make mistakes, but it's becoming a bigger part of my life. And I never thought I'd talk like this. Mm-hmm. But I think it's clear to me that if we don't believe in something, again, doesn't have to be traditional standardized religion, but if we don't believe in something bigger than ourselves, we at some level will self-destruct. I really think so. It's powerful in a way that all the other stuff, meditation, all the tools is not, because it's really operating at a much deeper and bigger level. And I think that's all I can talk about it, mostly because I'm still working out. The scientist in me wants to understand how it works, and I want to understand. And the point is to just go, there's for lack of a better language for it, there's higher power than me and what I can control. I'm giving up control on certain things, and somehow that restores a sense of agency for right action, better action.
I think perhaps a part of that is just the humility that comes with acknowledging there's something bigger and more powerful than you.
And you can't control everything.
Yeah.
You go through life as a hard driving person, forward center of mass. I remember being that way since I was little. It's like a new Legos. I'm like, I'm going to make all the Legos. I was like on the weekends, learning about medieval weapons and then giving lectures about it in class when I was 5 or 6 years old. We're learning about tropical fish and, cataloging all of them at the store and then organizing it and making my dad drive me or my mom drive me to some fish store and then spending all my time there until they throw me out, all of that. But I also remember my entire life, I would secretly pray when things were good and things weren't good, but mostly when things weren't good, because it's important to pray. For me, it's important to pray each morning regardless. But when things weren't right, I couldn't make sense of them, I would secretly pray, but I felt kind of ashamed of that for whatever reason. And then it was once in college, I distinctly remember I was having a hard time with a number of things. And I took a run down to Sands Beach. It was UC Santa Barbara. And I remember I was like, I don't know if I even have the right to do this, but I'm just praying. I just prayed for the ability to be as brutally honest with myself and with other people as I possibly could be about a particular situation I was in at that time. I think now it's probably safe to say I'd gone off to college because of a high school girlfriend. We essentially, she was my family, frankly, more than my biological family was at a certain stage of life. And we'd reached a point where we were diverging, and it was incredibly painful. It was like losing everything I had. And it was like, what do I do? How do I manage this? I was ready to quit and join the fire service just to support us so that we could move forward. It's just, but praying, saying, I can't figure this out on my own. It's sort of like, I can't figure this out on my own. And how frustrating that is. And no number of friends could tell me, and inner wisdom couldn't tell me. And eventually it led me to the right answers. And she and I are friendly friends to this day. She's happily married with a child, and we're on good terms. But I think, it's a scary thing, but it's the best thing when I can't control all of this. And asking for help, I think, is also the piece. You're not asking for some magic hand to come down and take care of it. You're asking for the help to come through you, right? So that your body is used to do these right works, right action.